Welcome to Hoodies the podcast. We go deep with the blast.
Yo, I was just randomly thinking, I gotta up my fruit intake. For real. I've been slacking on my fruit intake. And I was also thinking, I want to cop a fruit box. And in this box, it's not just regular, fruit that we're accustomed to. You know what I mean? It's saying apples, oranges, pears. No, this is exotic fruit from exotic places, along with jackfruit, sour salt. You know what I mean? They got all kind. They got fruit that you split it open and can spoon it and taste just like chocolate, and it's rich in minerals and vitamins and all that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do a podcast on it when I get one of them fruit boxes, man. I need to up my fruit intake. I need to tighten up more on this plant-based journey. You know what I mean? 5 years in, I need to up my fruit intake, fam. And I know that's mad random, right? But speaking of pods, because like I said, when I get a fruit box, I'm gonna do a podcast. But speaking of pods, right? Contrary to what I haven't been saying, I'm still working on the love doc. In fact, if y'all remember the first installment, I did a podcast with Sister Tabitha. You know what I mean? So there's a part 2 to that. There's already been, the interview has already been done. I got that footage. I got some additional footage to go with it. You know what I mean? So a part 2 is on the way. But listen, man, I fucked around and watched the Kanye West documentary. And the editing is so crazy. The editing is immaculate. It's crazy. So, I'm now inspired to do something that rivals that. You know what I'm saying? I'm inspired. So, and then of course there's, like the last podcast I was saying, I'm gonna do a pod on the slides of my grandpa's Hajj. But anyway, how y'all doing, man? How y'all feel? How you feel? Y'all good? Staying sharp? Staying nimble, hitting the gym, training, getting your wind up, hitting the range. I'll be throwing stuff out there like often, right? Because I don't want to be a soft target. What's a soft target? A soft target is a person or thing or location that is easily accessible to the general public and relatively unprotected, making it vulnerable to military or terrorist attack. Yeah, niggas who pull up on you or your business and try to rob you, as far as I'm concerned, that's a terrorist situation. What's a hard target? Hard target is exactly what it says. Is heavily defended, not accessible to the general public. A hard target is protected. A hard target can make it so that motherfuckers don't make it home. You might not make it home. And if you do, you're making a detour to the hospital. And then there's fake hard targets. Right? If you got the waist of your pants around your thighs, you know what I'm saying? You can't be on the move, you know what I mean, trying to find cover and shit and trying to pull your pants up at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you can squeeze, but how accurate are you? You know what I mean? That right there is how unsuspecting people, including children, that's how they end up getting killed by stray bullets. Niggas just spraying and shit, running, trying to hold their pants up at the same motherfucking time. It's kind of hard to find cover when you got the waist, when your pants is wrapped around your fucking ankles, because you know them shit's gonna fall if you're trying to find cover and scram and pop and do what you need to do. You can't do all that and hold your pants up. Your pants gonna fall. Y'all got the extension and all, built in. They got that long ass extension. And you don't even know how to aim right. I ain't saying all of you. Y'all know who you are. You know who you are. And listen, that little nugget right there, that's not for people who want to die. You got some folk who, man, there's this culture going around right now, like, everybody, it seems like somebody's getting shot and killed every week. Wilding out here. Hey, then there's, and listen, there's no judgment. If you don't care about dying, ain't no judgment here. I'm gonna leave it right there. That's all on you. All right. A fake soft target, if you will, that's a quiet person. They're quiet. They stay to themselves. They don't bring no attention to themselves. They ain't talking loud. They holding though. And they not holding just to be holding. They be training. They be hitting the range. You know what I'm saying? Hitting targets close and far. They firearm is clean. Got a holster that's not just wedged in their hip and shit. Listen, Brother Malcolm said, follow the law. Yeah, follow the law. Be respectful. Do what's right. You know what I mean? Something to that effect, right? But somebody put their hands on you, you send them to the fucking cemetery. And if not the cemetery physically, dead that idea of them thinking that you was lunch. And let me also note, right? If you got a piece and your ops got a piece, if your op get the drop on you, then the rest don't matter. You know what I mean? But at least you wasn't a soft target. A person's passion, you know what I mean, and their profession, that can have folk viewing them as a soft target. Dead ass. It's just a little more nuanced. Like clergy, for example. Thinking that a person, that because they're a preacher, a pastor, or imam, or something like that. I wonder if that's one and the same. Pastor, preacher, reverend. I wonder if it's all one and the same. But anyway, people be thinking that, because you got men of the cloth who wear that little, that little collar thing, that joint that Rev Run used to wear, right? People think you can just run up on them, start talking reckless. People figure like he's in tune with God and Jesus guides him, and so he'll be gentle with me. So they think they can just run up on you, right? I'm not a religious man. Hey, ain't Kirk Franklin teach you niggas anything?
Okay, if you think I'm really good, let me say it like this. When your bitch start saying some shit,
Listen.
you need to get your skinny mother ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I'm old.
What's up? I will punch your neck, nigga. Don't you ever disrespect me. I did it. He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat?
Fuck yeah, little nigga. That's Kirk Frank going back and forth with his adult son, who leaked that audio. Then Kirk Frank, he apologized and all that. I guess, for his image, trying to keep up a certain image or whatever. You know what I mean? Personally, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't, and this was some time ago. But it's relative though. You know, his son put that out there because he's a soft target. Because he clergy, this, that, and the third. You get a recording of him talking like that. You know, people gonna look at him away. And then if I was that man, I wouldn't apologize for shit. I wouldn't apologize for nothing. Get your bitch ass out there. I'll beat your ass. Sometimes, see, ego has a place. Ego has its place. You know what I mean? Ego steps in and says, man, fuck you, man. You know what? Fuck you. I gotta take that shit from you. Ego has a place. You know, again, I'm not a religious man. Hey, but in your Bible, your beloved Jesus, okay? There was some times when he had to let folk know what time it was. He had to let folk know what type of time he was on. In Matthew 21st chapter, 12th voice. And Jesus went into the temple of God, and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers, and the seats of them that sold doves, and said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. Right? It's a house of prayer and meditation. Niggas turned it into the fucking corner. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Flipped over the tables and kicked them niggas out. Fuck out of here. Man, get the fuck out of here. Now, whether you believe in Jesus or not, or any of the people, you know, and there are other instances written in the Bible of where Jesus had to let dudes know what time it was. You know what I mean? Jesus wasn't written as a soft target. You know what I mean? Look at what was done to get him out of here. Now that's another nuance, I admit right there. That's another nuance. Well, okay, it's another nuance because there's a message there. The message is the truth will cost you. It may cost you a little, might cost you a lot, but the truth will cost you. Right? Hey, and don't ever pull up on old brother who's FOI. Don't do that to yourself. Don't ever pull up on no FOI brother. Don't do it. These brothers are calm, cool, and collected. Respectful. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Assalamu alaikum, sister. Law abiding. Put your hands on one of them. Put your hands on one of them. Go ahead and do that. Your ass to get folded up and mailed home. You might not make it home. Easy. Nurses get pulled up on by bum-ass patients. Some bum-ass patients who think that, you know, since they've taken some kind of oath, was that the Hippocratic oath? I don't know what's all in it. They think because they took some kind of oath that they can't get checked. Teachers getting approached by some fucking man boy. A man boy is some big ass boy with a beard, strong as an ox, threatening some woman teacher. Bitch, you gonna give me them fucking snacks before I beat your ass. And if you do, you don't get beat ass. If you don't, ooh, bitch, you gonna get it. That's why I think there should be more male teachers in schools. You know what I mean? Should be more teachers, like real men in classrooms. You know what I mean? Real men that can handle these unruly ass students. I think that it's different when a man is in the classroom. a real man who's on his square. It's a little different when you got a man on deck in the classroom. That's the same thing for the household. It's a little different when there's a man in there. You know what I mean, on his square and in his right mind. Mentors get looked at as soft targets as well. You can't just talk reckless to a man because he teaches the youth and shit. And what you think that you think he's so hell bent on trying to be a role model and do the right thing and be seen as perfect and shit. It's not like that. Mentors are just mentors, and not all. Mentors are a bunch of folk who's done some dumb shit, who's made their fair share of mistakes in various scenarios, various situations. And from those failures, if you will, on the other side of the failure was wisdom. Mentors are not perfect people. Like, they just live this perfect life. You can't look back in their past and expect it to be squeaky clean and say, oh, because you did this, that, and the third, that you can't be a mentor. Oh, you curse and shit. How you a curse? You curse on your part. Shut the fuck up. It's not what a mentor is. A mentor is not just some soft ass target. You know what I mean? Listen. You think you can run up on a mentor and smack him in the mouth and think that he won't hit you back because he's supposed to take the high road for the youth? You think that's what would happen? Nope. Trust me when I tell you. That would be dumb anyway. That'd be dumb as hell anyway. What would a mentor be teaching? You know what I mean? What would a mentor be teaching if he just allows somebody to come smack him in the mouth and he don't do nothing? You teaching them kids how to be bitches. Nah, that'd be the greatest lesson they could ever learn. Somebody came up, put their hands on you, and you shut them down. Somebody put their hands on you, you fucking put them down. You defend yourself. Okay? Now, granted, if it's something that can't see, if somebody hits you, it's past talking, as far as I'm concerned. Put them down. Defend yourself and put them down. Right? And speaking of mentors, there needs to be more mentors. More men and women who ain't scared to talk to these youngsters. You know what I mean? Who's not afraid to talk to them and be consistent. You know? Talk to them and show them something new. Any questions?
No questions.
No? None? No questions here?
Tour time.
All I gotta say is I'm sure. That's all I gotta say.
What did you say?
It says war time.
I like that. I like that. Any words? No?
I love my mom.
This guy. Alright, so there's no questions. Y'all know what it is. Eh? Nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Alright, so
I have a question.
yo, man, move your feet off the line. What you doing?
I have a question.
Yes.
So let's say if they drop one balloon, do they have to restart? Or
No,
is it just,
you don't. If you drop it, if it falls to the ground, it's a wrap. It's
So if
over.
they drop it, we can take our sweet time to get to the finish line.
Sure.
But if you
If it flies off, you grab it if you can. If it flies off, it's a wrap. You're not gonna win anyway. If it drops, it's a wrap. But if it flies off like it did last time, you can always grab it and maybe y'all can get it together. Any more questions?
Nope.
No? All right, so shall we begin? All right, on your mark, get set, and may the best man win. Go.
try. There you go. Are you okay?
No, I have to use my face.
Longest shot. There you go. Now we walk across.
Oh man. Hey y'all cutting. Y'all cutting. Y'all cutting. Okay, they swooping in. They swooping. Hey y'all cheated. They beating y'all. Hey, y'all better get it together.
They on our time. They can't get off the sidewalk. They can't get off the sidewalk. Off the sidewalk.
They cheated. I don't care. I don't care. They cheated.
Clearly the winner is the 2 team.
Yes.
I don't know what happened behind that truck.
They cheated. I said these guys cheated.
He said you can't use your hands. I use my elbows.
What this?
It's supposed to be all chest.
You didn't say that.
I said, if you can't use your hand, listen, man. I did specify. I said, use just your chest. I said that.
They cheated then because they weren't on the sidewalk. They got off the sidewalk.
I didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, they had no choice but to wait and go around us on the sidewalk.
All right, so the winners are clear. So go ahead, record. Record while I give it a scratch. Hey, y'all asked for the inside.
The game was rigged. Look at this.
Y'all asked for the inside.
Ring full of love. Thank you. I accept it.
That's crazy.
How y'all feel about this?
I'm just
I want to run that back.
Yeah, we need to run that back.
Run it back. All right, next phase. Let's move. All right, next phase. Let's go. Need to meditate anyway.
Get out of here. Oh, we're not?
Yeah.
Oh.
I ain't going broke. I don't know if I'm doing it. Hey, can y'all need to pick them pieces up now?
I didn't pop none.
This guy. Come on, man. You threw one on the floor. There's more. There's more red. Get those.
Let me cut this open.
See green on the floor. Some left from last time.
Yeah. How you feel?
Oh, my shoes untied.
That's everything?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Next phase.
Just get. Oh, there we go.
Do you think, I've spent most of this podcast kind of slumped over. Need to work on that too. Do you think that some relationships can be a soft target? I'll say, brothers, if you don't know that woman, sisters, if you don't know that man, and that relationship is a soft target. You know what I mean? If the 2 of you or 3 of you, know what I'm saying? If the 2 and possible 3 of you, got a thing about letting people in your business, you know what I mean? Like jealous, no man having ass friends, family members, your punk ass kids. You're a soft target. Got too many people all up in your business. Too many opinions. Soft target, man. If you got a habit of running when things get messy, I'll say that again. If you got a habit of running when things get messy, relationship is a soft target. Too easily thrown off your square. And I ain't about to go into this whole spill about you gotta communicate. I ain't about to do all that. So I'll just be direct with it and then direct you after this podcast, of course, to a YouTube page, The Skin Deep.
When you think about the first time we met,
right?
What do you remember?
Fair use.
I remember I thought you were handsome. I thought you were very sharp. Like, wow, that's a real distinguished guy. Like, you stood out. Something about you. You just had that presence, that aura, like a boss. And I like that.
Appreciate it.
What are your 3 favorite memories we share?
Our trip to Mexico, that for me was something that led me to the fact that you're worthy of being a wife. I was looking for something in a partner that was going to show me that they can show me something that I don't know. You showed me a lot of value in traveling and what was next to come, so that got me excited. The second memory is you had brought me some cigars and a card for Valentine's Day, and at that time we were just dating, so I really didn't expect it. So that was kind of like a curveball for me, so that's a great time. And also third time, when we got married, that was the most important day of my life. Those are it. Those are the 3.
Oh, honey. Okay.
Describe the moment you realized I was in love with you.
Okay. I think I talk about this moment all the time. But when I first met you, I wasn't like financially stable. I did have a career, but it's like I was living that bachelorette life, you know, just drifting day to day. I really didn't have a plan or a focus of where I was going. And when I met you, although like you're younger than me, I felt like you were so focused and you knew exactly what you wanted out of life. I remember I was like ashamed to tell you that. And I started acting funny because I felt like you were so together and I really wasn't. And I'm trying to play this part. So I remember I started like drifting away from you and you kind of called me on it and was like, you know, if it's another guy, just let me know. I don't want to waste my time. And then I had to kind of be transparent with you because I didn't want to lose you. So I told you, you know, financially I'm not doing that great and I don't want to keep hanging out with you and you feeling like you have to pay for everything and I don't have anything to contribute. So I was just taking like
fair use,
a lot of that burden, and it was making me feel like I was making myself feel ashamed. And the first thing you told me was like, you should never be ashamed to tell me anything. You should always be the first person you come to. And that just let me know like, wow, like this guy is here to stay. Like he's not going anywhere. And I remember you was like, you need anything, you ask me for it.
So I got some cards. I ain't even opened them yet. I got some cards from that program, right? I found it to be pretty dope. Like these cards, just like the questions you saw, there's couples edition, 199 questions, explore the relationships around you. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then there's the couples edition, long term, you know.
All we ever hear is fuck the cops, but never thought, oh, we could buy the block. And GDs, BDs, holding down the fort. Y'all don't know the block, y'all ain't know nothing important. Vice laws and black.
Pretty dope. Experience, rethink, connect. You know, so yeah, man, I'm looking forward to connecting like that. You know, I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited. The grass grows where you water it, B. Thank you for watching Hoodies the podcast. Subscribe, share, stay up, stay sharp. Peace to the collective. This is Hoodies. Hey. I don't even know what a lane is. You don't box neither.
Welcome to Hoodies the podcast. We go deep with the blast.
She said shut it up, put it on me. I've been had that white boy fucking dumb.